Going on, y'all? Back with another episode of Entertainment Fusion. I am back once again with the infamous, the loudmouth himself, Jay. Jay, the one thing I gotta do is I almost spilt my beer. Now that would have been terrible.
That would
One
have been
thing
out.
I yeah, it absolutely. The one thing I gotta do is I gotta give you props um for the shout out to ZZ Top. Rest in peace. I like it.
My man Hill. Rest in
I
peace.
I'm slacking. I don't have anything for
Slipknot.
I don't have anything for Paul Gray. Not Paul Gray. Joey Jordanson. But before we start, I'll shout that out real quick. I don't think I've done an episode since the passing of Joey Jordanson and Mr. Hill there. What was his first name again?
Well, they went by Dusty Hill. So
Dusty Hill. Yeah, so I haven't done. That's so terrible. They're gonna cancel me just for not forgetting his name. Fucking bad. Anyway, this is for you and Mr. Dusty. This and Jay's got trusty beer. My Oktoberfest goes to you, Mr. Hill, and you, Mr. Jordanson. Rest in peace. Thank you for all the good music.
yes,
Um, and before we move on and talk about more music, I just want to say ZZ Top has vowed to continue.
yes. Yeah,
That's a good thing.
they were already on tour when Dusty Hill went back home for health issues not related to his passing, and um, you know Billy Gibbons said, "Hey man, your health comes first. Take all the time you need." The guitar tech is filling in. Next thing you know, he winds up passing away, and they've already discussed this in previous years that if any member dies, they're just going to keep going on, which is, some people like that, some people don't. I can go either way with it. It just depends, you know. Um, but I'm glad that they're going to at least continue the tour. I know we're working on an album, so I don't know if they're going to finish it or not. So we'll see what the future holds.
Well, so as a big, I know you're a big ZZ Top fan. So as a I think we had a little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning. So um, right now we're discussing the passing of Joey Jordanson and Dusty Hill. Unfortunately, both passed recently. Haven't done an episode since. Um, the technical difficulties did start before your explanation, so that definitely got in. So as a big ZZ Top fan, how do you feel about them continuing? Because he was a founding member, wasn't he?
They all were. They were
Uh,
the original, all three of them. In fact, I had this conversation. I think it was about 2 years ago. They are the only band to go over 50 years with the original bandmates.
wow.
And yeah, now Billy Gibbons was. They were all in previous bands prior, but once they got together, that was it. It was ZZ Top for the past 52 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And before I talk about Joey Jordanson, I gotta bring up 2 days ago we also lost another legend. The I can't think of his name offhand. I know I'm terrible. I've been tired, guys. I'm tired. You guys gotta give me a break. I know these people. I'm telling you, I know them. It's just I'm a tired guy tonight, so give me a pass. Um, Drummer from the Rolling Stones passed 2 days ago.
Oh no way! I didn't hear this.
Yes, sir. He passed 2 days ago at the age of 80. Um, the
Oh
Stones
wow!
the Stones said they will continue. They will have their upcoming tour as well that they were planning. The drummer, if you know his name, shout it out. I can't think of the name offhand.
Uh,
But he
yeah,
just
I know it too. It's just not. It's not coming to me.
he
I know.
literally just passed 2 days ago.
I've
So
heard anything
I
on
don't know,
this.
man. Rest in peace. I'm giving another drink to that.
Um, Yeah, what are their founding fathers? Founding members. Uh, oh shit. Is it Ron Paul? Ron Paul Jones? Yeah, it was Ron Paul Jones died back in the 70s. He was the one of the guitar players, so that's why uh, they're not in that list, as I mentioned before, with ZZ Top being the only original. Because Stones have been around longer than ZZ Top, but they had lost a member.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
that makes sense. Well, they just lost another one, unfortunately.
shit, that's gonna irk me now. I'm gonna
That's
have to.
gonna hurt. Man. That hurts. That's a tough one right there. Um, I mean, you think back at the Stones catalog, man. There's some
Huge
that's
hits.
huge classics in there, man. Crazy, crazy. And then before we move on, touching briefly, Joey Jordison, one of the founding members, actually one of the only they only have one remaining founding member of Slipknot left. Believe it or not, there's only one founding member left in the band. Paul Gray was a founding member. He was the first one to pass. He passed a few years ago due to drug issues. And now, with the passing of uh, Joey Jordison, they lost another founding member. They only have one founding member left, and that would be Clown, Sean Crahan.
Oh,
And
because I'm not too familiar with Slipknot. So, uh, what's his name? Corey Taylor's not a found.
Corey Taylor is not an original vocalist. He
Okay.
the so I'll give a brief history for I am a big Slipknot fan. I've seen them probably total of 5 times. So real quick before we move on, the Corey was never supposed to be the lead vocalist for Slipknot. When Slipknot originally started, they put out an EP, which I had at one time. I don't have it anymore. I wish I did because they sell for over $400 now if you have the CD. The name of the CD was called Meet, Feed, Kill, Repeat, and on that they had a different vocalist. Um, Corey was actually, believe it or not, he was in Stone Sour first. So um, he was recruited to do only clean vocals. They wanted a clean vocalist. So the vocalist they already had was going to do all the screaming parts. Corey was going to do all the clean singing, and they were going to go with two, which would have rounded out the band to 10 members. The other vocalist left shortly after that, which led 100% of the vocal duties to Corey Taylor.
I
So
see.
Corey is not an original member of Slipknot. Everybody thinks
Uh,
he is, but he's not.
FYI, the drummer's name was Charlie Watts.
Thank you. I thought it was Charlie something. I don't know why I thought Charlie Moore. He's some crazy ass fisherman or something. But I don't know. I know it was Charlie something. So uh really don't have anything planned. So it's kind of an experiment for today. The one thing I do have planned is I gave you a little bit of homework. So we'll go in order. Um so for the viewers, there was there was a new song. I was unaware that I'll get into that. Not fully new, but I'll explain that later. There was a new song that was released or newly available by Guns N' Roses called Absurd. It was debuted live at a concert that they did a couple months ago, right after they started having shows again post COVID. And then it was released on all streaming platforms. The name of the song, fittingly, was Absurd, is the name of the track. So, Jay, what do you have to say about Guns N' Roses' latest song?
Well, before I get into my opinion on the song, Is that all original members are back? Is it just Axel, or is it Axel Slash and Duff and the rest of them?
Axel slash Duff. I believe the only original member that is not part of it is
Is
Steven
he?
Adler, the
Oh,
drummer.
okay, all right. The title is not um, an innuendo. I mean, it is exactly what the song is. Now, I don't know if that was an official video that I saw or if that was just something for the YouTube just to, keep your eyes, whatever. But uh, yeah, the one line that really got to me was I'm assuming I can
Oh,
go,
absolutely.
was a pussy full of maggots. Hey, what Axel does in his private life is all him. If that's what he's into, that's whatever floats his boat. That's fine. Um, but no, seriously, the song was very absurd. Um, musically, I thought musically, I mean, it was a catchy tune. I enjoyed the actual music of it. I don't know if every song that Axel does now has that gain, that sound, um, like he's talking through a couple of filters there, but I don't know if his voice is
Almost
actually.
a megaphone, almost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if his voice is shot, um, but I don't. I mean, it's okay. Some of the times, it's like auto tune. I think auto tune, you know, works when it's necessary, but don't do it all the time, type thing. And so I hope that's not how every song is, because that would just suck. Lyrically, yeah, I mean, the lyrics were just very colorful, to say the least. um, all in all, I mean, the song was okay. I think the music kind of saved the song itself. I'm not sure if I would download it personally or listen to it all the time on myself. That's just my opinion. Um, but yeah, and you know me, I'm not really a huge GNR fan to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
I like a lot of their old stuff, obviously, but I don't like Chinese Democracy at all. I could not get into that album.
Fair, fair.
Um, uh, but yeah, that's my thoughts. What
One
say
out of
you?
10. What would you give it? 1 out of 10.
1 and 10. I probably just go right down the middle, go five, because I do like the music. So
Well, you're generous. You're generous. I gotta say, Jay, you shocked me, man. You did. I gotta say, you definitely
no,
shocked me with that.
Slash is and always has been a phenomenal guitar player.
100.
You know me. I may not like the person, but I give talent where talent is credited, and Slash has talent. So
100%.
so what say you?
I think the song is adequately titled. Um, I'm actually gonna be a lot harsher than you. I didn't like anything about it, to be honest.
Really? Okay.
I thought you were
Yeah.
pretty generous. Um, vocals, absolutely awful, awful vocals. I think it makes Chinese Democracy sound good. Um, I mean, to the defense, and there's no way for you to know this. I didn't know it at first. I found out later. It's actually a very old song from
Okay.
the Chinese Democracy period that was never released and never finished. So the song ended up being finished and then they released it. That doesn't mean it was good, but
There's probably a reason why they didn't release it
exactly.
originally.
Definitely the song is definitely adequately titled. I thought the song was just absolutely terrible. I don't think I would listen to it again. I listened to it twice. I listened to it once for the sake of this review, and then I listened to it the day it came out. And it was just it was different. I felt as though it was actually difficult to make it to the end.
What do you think about? What are your thoughts on that video?
I didn't see the video.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, I sent you the video through YouTube because I knew you could access that. I actually listened to it on Apple Music.
Oh, okay, all right.
I will
Well,
go back to the video though on your recommendation. I'll go back and I'll watch the video.
the video, all the video is basically, you know who Medusa is, the mythological
Yeah,
lady with the
yeah.
snake hair. Is basically it's just her head, and the camera kind of pans around her head, and like her expressions and parts of her face change throughout and she vomits this green shit, and that's all it is. You don't see any of the band. I don't, like I said, I don't know if it was just made for the YouTube or if that's an official video. I don't know,
I don't know.
but it was just kind of weird. So,
One
but
out of
I
one out
tell
of
you,
10.
the video is better than the song.
All right, I'll go back and I'll watch the video on your recommendation, and then I'll hate you for it. But
I'm you.
I give it a 2 out of 10, man. It was fucking terrible. I was very disappointed. You know, I was like, oh, New Guns N' Roses Slash is back. This is gonna be good. And then about 30 seconds into it, I was ready to turn it off. I don't know what he was trying to do with his vocals. I agree 100% with that. Chinese Democracy. I'll slightly disagree with you. Chinese Democracy, the title track was terrible. Most of the album was terrible. It did have a couple of songs on there that ended up growing on me. There was a couple that were good. By far, the best song on the album was Better. Not Better. I'm sorry. Madagascar was by far the best track on that album. The only one that I felt really had solid Guns N' Roses sound to it. I could see that maybe being done during the Use Your Illusion, maybe Use Your Illusion era. But other than that, the
You
album was not good.
Yeah, that you actually reminded me of something. I was thinking about this earlier today. Um, the "You Could Be Mine" from Use Your Illusions. I happen to like that song. It's pretty cool. He does a little rant. I think it's after the solo, towards the end of the song. That rant is pretty much what the entire new song sounds like, just from start to finish. Like 3 minutes of him ranting.
Yeah,
Uh, um, but yeah, that's just what it kind of, when you said "Use Your Illusions," it just popped in my head that, oh yeah, it's what it
I
sounded
agree.
like.
I mean,
It's a
there's
little
some
rant.
great songs. There's some great songs on Use Your Illusion. I mean, if it speaking of rants, if we keep going on about this Guns N' Roses song, I'm gonna go on another rant because I was so disappointed. But yeah, it's just not good. 2 out of 10. It's probably my final score for it. I thought you were very
Okay.
generous. You're nicer than I am about it.
That's
So
because
moving.
I actually like the music, but all
Okay.
right, move on.
Well, you know what? I got something in my eye. I think my eye's popping out. I give you credit for that. Um, Moving on, song number 2, I gave you. Now I want to let everybody know I did not tell Jay what either of these songs were. Did I tell you? I might have told you the first. I think I
Oh,
told him the first one. I did not tell him. I'm like, I have some homework for you to do. Watch these videos. I did not tell him purposely what they were. What did you think of song number 2?
well, I was very shocked to see the name. Not shocked, just more surprised, should I say. Um, I'm a huge fan of this band. I think the last album or two albums weren't very, catchy for me. Not that I hated them. It's just I just kind of like Alice in Chains. The devil put dinosaurs here.
And the
Gave
devil is.
dinosaurs here. Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of that album either, and I'm a huge Chains fan too. But I did not realize that Black Label Society is put out a new song. I'm assuming this is off of the new album.
New album coming out, yes, sir.
And if the rest of the album sounds just like that song, I'm in, because that song, the video was messed up. I don't know if you saw the video.
It's stupid.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know what? It reminded me of Weezer's Buddy
But
Holly on crack, or whatever it is that they put in a punch. Uh, but the song was really cool. I really dug that song. So that's definitely going to go on my iPod.
so
So
was that a makeup for making you sit through the first one? Did uh did that make up for it? Having a
you're on the right track.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So give me a rating for that one.
I'm gonna go with a 9 on that one.
Okay.
I thought it was really good. It's really that I don't want to say old school BLS, but it really had that feeling, uh, that sound that really got me into BLS to begin with. So yeah, I really enjoyed the song. Video was messed up, but
Right. I agree with you. I think we agree with this one. I knew you were gonna be. I knew you. It was something you probably weren't gonna expect. So I liked that aspect of it. I didn't expect it because Black Label has been quiet for so long. You haven't heard. I haven't. I legit haven't heard anything. I haven't even heard
yeah,
anything about Zach Wild. Like sometimes you hear news that's not even of the band or the artist or whatever. That's not really even related to music, and it's just something pops up and they're like, "Oh, Zach Wild's doing this," but nothing. I haven't heard anything for a while. Actually, the first thing I've heard in a long time was that he had nothing to do with the upcoming Ozzy album. So,
yeah.
uh, and that he didn't regret not having anything to do with Ozzy's upcoming release. So, overall, I thought I was really impressed. I was a little caught off guard by the beginning. I didn't know what to expect when that acoustic opening came. I thought it was going to be a little bit slower, and then it picked up, and I was pleasantly surprised. So definitely enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the new album. I'm glad they're back. And I gotta agree. The last couple albums, excuse me, it wasn't that the last few albums were bad, but it definitely did have a change of sound overall in the band. This one, again, 100% agree with you, which is rare. They kind of back to the older BLS
Yeah.
sound. And after that little intro, and I really enjoyed that. One thing I've always liked about Zach Wild and BLS is the guitar solo, man. The guitar solos are crazy. They're
Oh, no kidding.
pretty unnecessary sometimes, like when you have like a minute and a half solo in a song with a piano, and then he does a minute and a half like guitar solo. Something like that is extremely unnecessary and only something I think BLS would do. But I'm not complaining about it. That's what makes them unique, and it was great overall. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go with you on this one. I'm giving it a 9.
So, what'd you think of the video?
The video was stupid. the
Yeah, with
video the video was stupid, bro. I do kind of see what you're saying with the whole Weezer vibe though, and the Buddy Holly vibe. I do kind of see I do kind of see that. Zach Wild did come out and say that it's by far the worst video they've ever done.
well, hey, you know what? The song makes up for the video. And and
Exactly.
and, and I don't watch videos anyway, so I'll be listening to it in my truck. So it's not like I get to see the video, so that's a plus.
Come to think of it, you now that I'm thinking back on the video, you know what it did? You know what it kind of reminds me of too? Nirvana's In Bloom.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they had the guy from People's Court.
Yes.
When everybody walked out, and the guy always introduced, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
because
right. Yeah, actually, you're right. You're right.
Kurt Cobain had the glasses, the combed
Yep.
hair. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So it reminds me of that too. It's like a combo of Weezer and In Bloom. Kind of remind me of like a combo there.
With the
Um,
karate,
what?
with the karate fights.
Yes, yes. So again, so let's see. Spider-Man. Have you seen the trailer?
I'm listening. Sorry, I just had to shut my fan off. It was getting cold.
Ah, you good? Um,
Spider-Man,
have you seen
yes.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Spider-Man?
I haven't seen the trailer. I did see on Instagram like a little clip, and I know that Doc Ock is in it, and it's the same guy that played Doc Ock with the Tobey Maguire series. Um, and there was a couple of little.
Spoiler alert! So if anyone hasn't seen it, we just spoiled the whole damn trailer for you.
Oh,
And we're about to make it even worse for you. Go ahead, Jay.
uh, yeah, well,
Go
they also also in that little clip they also had that little pumpkin bomb from uh, the Goblin, the Green
Goblin.
Goblin,
Yep.
and so I don't know if he's actually in it or if it's just foreshadowing something. I don't know, but that's all I saw. So I really don't know. But if it's anything like the other two, see, I like the other two Spider-Mans. With the MCU Spider-Mans, I'm not really a big fan of the Tobey Maguire or the other guy. They were very cheesy or overly cheesy. These ones, the MCU ones are better. In fact, I think that the I can't remember the kid's name. The kid that's playing Spider-Man now, he
Tom
really has,
Holland.
huh?
Tom Holland.
Yeah, that's it, Tom Holland. He really has that quick sense of humor and timing, and I really like that. So
The the reason I'm laughing is because you had mentioned how much you don't like Tobey Maguire, but Tobey
yeah,
Maguire, he's confirmed to be in the movie.
yeah, but not as Spider-Man.
All three are gonna be in the movie.
Really? Oh, what is this like the multiverse
Yeah, all
thing?
three.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I saw that. I saw that. My son watched that cartoon multiverse one,
yeah,
and that was a little on the weird side. So so I'm assuming then Doctor Strange is in this
Doctor
because
Strange is he actually, if you watch the full trailer, which
yeah.
I'll have to send it to you because it's incredible. It really is. The full trailer is incredible. They fight. You see Doctor Strange fighting Spider-Man, and from
Wait,
what I understand, go ahead.
why would Doctor Strange fight Spider-Man? I thought they were friends on the same
We don't
side.
we don't know, but if you, uh, so was Captain America and Iron Man, and they had a battle too.
Yeah.
Um, so supposedly all three Spider-Mans will be in the movie, and supposedly both Mary Janes will be in the movie.
Interesting. Oh, so Kristen Dunst is coming back.
Supposedly both Mary Janes will be in it, and all three Spider-Mans.
Huh. Oh, what
So
about what's her? Um, I can't even remember her name now.
Zendaya?
Emma Stone's character.
Well, I
I
don't
forget.
know.
She's the one with the two ones that fit in between the Tobey Maguire and the Tom Holland ones.
Yeah, I don't
Other
know.
person.
I'm not sure. I just know like they were bringing a lot of characters back.
Yeah, I'll have to
Uh,
see the trailer for
oh,
that. I see the full
looks
trailer.
it looks amazing. Um, let's talk a minute about lawsuits.
Okay.
We're gonna completely jump. We're gonna talk about the two lawsuits. One was filed first, the other one was filed just days after. So everybody knows my favorite band. If you've watched the show or you know me personally, my favorite band of all time is Nirvana. Um, Nirvana's breakthrough album, Nevermind, just insane. The gentleman that was depicted as the baby on the front of the Nirvana album cover is suing Nirvana for child pornography. Um,
Wait, before you get in, um, that album came out 30 years ago this year,
yes.
and
Uh,
now he's suing.
yeah, it gets better though. It gets better. That's a very good point. I actually don't even need to bring that up because you did it for me. So thank you. Thank you. That was one of the first things I said. I can understand if it was like this year, but no. So
And what about his parents?
I don't know. So he's suing Nirvana State for child pornography charges. Um, Here's the thing with that is, first of all, like you said, it's 30 years after the fact. Okay, I could even understand if it was 5. It's 30. 30 years he waited. Here's a analogy for you. Okay, on the album cover, you have a little baby chasing a dollar bill. 30 years later, you still have a baby chasing dollar bills. So,
The same. Yep, exactly.
and so, and the reason I say that is, a lot of times I'm not always on the side of the artist. I'm not always on the side. Like, I try to look at things from all facts. Jay of all people, of all sides, Jay of all people knows this. But I mean, 30 years. So according to what I understand, usually statute is usually have like with rape crimes or different crimes. Usually have 15 years
A
to
statue of limitations. Yes.
yeah. Usually within 15 years, you can still report it. After that, I don't really think there's much they can do. I don't know how this fits into the law. If it's still prosecutable, I don't know, or if it's even it's even gonna make it to trial. I don't know, but my biggest issue isn't necessarily with I do see where he's coming from, because you do have an infant with his penis hanging out. So I do get that. I do see where it's coming from. If that came out now, we all know it would be a big uproar if that came out now versus 1992. So, but this is somebody who has tried to get money from Nirvana in the past and failed. This was somebody who did multiple interviews, and it's documented. You can Google it. Interviews with this guy, saying how it changed his life, um, how proud he was of the album cover. He even went and recreated the album cover as an adult, though that part of his body was obviously not shown because he's an adult at this point. But he recreated the album cover years later when he was in his 20s. He I think he was like 25 at the time or something. Then, not only that, he has the album cover tattooed on him. Okay? So he tattooed the album cover on him. He's done multiple, not just one, not just two, not just 5, more than that, interviews and appearances talking about it. Okay? Never had an issue. There was multiple times he tried to get money from the band. It failed. Now all of a sudden it's 30 years, and again recreated it. 30 years later, he's going to sue them for child pornography. What are your thoughts, Jay?
Two things come to mind. One, because I didn't know the history with this kid. When you said that he recreated the album cover, he has the album cover tattooed on him. He said he's proud of it. First things first, before I even get to my point, I was going to make all that should be null and void in the court of law. Um, uh, Two, my original points were um, this sounds like either it's a publicity stunt because it's the 30th anniversary, so they're trying to kind of like gin up maybe um, uh, record sales and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure that Nirvana is still selling albums, um, but they're trying to stir up some sort of controversy so people would buy the album. Or this guy uh, is flat broke and trying to squeeze any money out of them as he can. Like you said, that he already tried suing them in the past.
Oh, he didn't
But
try suing. He tried getting money. He never tried. I don't
okay,
know.
so I
Get
know that could also mean extortion too. And if that's the case, and if the band can prove that, this kid's in trouble. But I don't think this is going to go anywhere because of everything that he's done. He's promoted it. Has it tattooed. He recreated the image as an adult. He said he was proud of it. So that's going to bite him in the ass on this.
Okay, so are you ready for an even more ridiculous one? Because I
Wait,
mentioned.
is this still this? Is this the second lawsuit?
Yeah, this is the second. You remember I mentioned two.
Yeah. No. I didn't know if we were still continue on with this one.
All right, so no, I'm pretty much done because I'm gonna continue to get upset.
Well, wait. You didn't say your thoughts on it though.
Oh, um, all I'm gonna say is I think he's still swimming after that dollar bill on the album cover.
Yeah.
He's still in that same pool, trying
Yep.
to grab it. Um,
Although, wait. Before you get in the other one, the one thing comment is funny is you said that it changed his life. Well, he was an infant in the pool.
yeah.
I don't know how your life can change when you were. I don't know, but anyway, go on. Second lawsuit.
Don't forget though, his parents had to sign a consent form. But anyway,
Oh,
um,
yes.
this one is even more ridiculous. And if you think I'm full of it, I will tag you on Instagram. Okay?
Oh,
'Cause
I think you're full of it no matter what.
well, yeah, I know, but you can have that. But anyway, um, Allison being sued.
For what?
Um,
Oh, is this from the Dirt album?
no, this is for the somebody is suing them for growing up with an extreme fear of insects due to the Jar of Flies album cover, and this lawsuit was filed just days after the Nirvana lawsuit. So do me a favor, Jay. I know you either have an iPod, or your phone nearby. Take a look at that Jar of Flies album cover,
Oh, I know
and
what.
yeah. So
I've been
somebody,
staring at it.
whoever the person on that CD is, okay. Now, I'm not, disclosure. I am not as big of a Alice in Chains fan as Jay. I love Alice in Chains. I love Nirvana, but Jar of Flies, and I've caught a lot of shit, and people make fun of me for it. But Jar of Flies is my all-time favorite Alice in Chains album.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. That album. I mean, it's an EP, but there's only one song I don't like on that, and that's the Whale and Wasp song because it's just the guitar solo thing. It's just kind of I don't know. It's just but I always listen to Jar of Flies. I think that's a really good album. So wait, hold on. Let me. Is it the kid in the album cover itself is suing Alice in Chains? So just like this other kid? Because he was looking at a jar. Oh, jeez.
It
If
was
I
like,
had,
uh,
and there probably weren't even real flies in there to begin with. I mean, they're probably props. Um, it sounds like another either just like what I said before. It either sounds like this kid's just blew all of his money and he has zero money and he's trying to soak it, or it's a publicity stunt.
mm.
Um, um, but I mean, if I had to sue people for traumatic things in my childhood, I'd be filing lawsuits every single day for the rest of my life. I mean,
You and me
it's
both, brother.
one of them. So,
You and me both, brother. I could probably get a couple of lawsuits against you, I think. But
Probably. I ain't gonna get shit for it, but yeah. You know that
anyways,
dollar that's the dollar that's in that swimming pool? You can have that. That's all I got.
you know what? I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that. That's a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
So the best thing about that though was the comments. The comments that I read in response to that were hysterical. They showed every album cover and they had something to say about all of them. They had the Pearl Jam Versus album, which had the sheep on the front, and they're like farmers sue sheep for animal cruelty. And then um they had the Silverchair album, Frog Stomp, and they're like reptile activists sue Silverchair for frog exploitation. And then they had the Puddle of Mud album cover where the little kid, which has the little kid's butt from behind. That was their biggest album that had Control and Blurry and She Hates Me and all them songs on it, where the little kid's like got his pants down peeing or something. You only see it from the back, so you see his butt, but that's it. So they're like, yeah, you know, boy sues Puddle of Mud for, I forgot what they said, but the comments were hysterical. They had
Oh, wait. What about the bee girl from Blind Melon?
yes, she could sue them for fear of bees.
Who fear bees? How much shit did she get probably growing up because people make fun of her?
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm,
it's ridiculous. The whole thing's
we,
ridiculous. So
we,
I don't. I think proverbial lawsuits, or however you pronounce it, is. I could have sworn it was a law that you couldn't even do that. But I guess that went by the wayside like everything else does. But
two girls
uh,
from Buddy Kisses sued typo negative for sexism.
there you go.
um, I mean, I don't know, man. It's crazy. I don't know where that lawsuit's gonna go. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
Oh, I don't think neither one of them's gonna go nowhere. First of all, they have to prove that it's um, affecting their life on a mental level. How do you do that, especially with the first kid?
Yeah.
Because he has stuff out there already that's going to disprove everything that he's suing about. Now, I don't know anything about this kid at all, so I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. Like I said, I think they're either these two kids are desperate for money. Maybe they should start a bowling league together then, or it's a publicity stunt on the two bands trying to. Although I really don't see that, but that's more like what it sounds like because it's so absurd.
Yeah.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier, but it's so absurd that it's one of those
Maybe
things. But this can't be real.
song in court.
Maybe that's where they got the song from.
Maybe that's, you know what, the two girls on the front of the Smashing Pumpkins Siamese Dream album can sue Smashing Pumpkins for putting them on the album cover because they're so terrible. They're traumatized. Put on the Smashing Pumpkins album cover.
What about the three-legged dog on the self-titled album?
Right? Animal cruelty. They'll sue for.
Oh, right.
I could be here all day with this, bro. Oh man. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It really is. You know what too? Where's my, oh, I'm on my phone. But one thing I think we need to talk about next time, we're not gonna get to it today. We have to do a whole episode on album titles and band names, bro. Band
Okay,
name
I'm down with that.
titles, and discuss what is going through people's heads when they talk about
Chose.
name their band.
Yeah.
Like what? I mean, you got bands like I Was Born Twice. Um, I Watched Myself Sleep. Um,
Okay.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
um,
are those like all death metal bands?
no, no.
No.
Some of them are metalcore. Some of them are instrumental. Those are, those are metalcore bands. There are some other deathcore bands that have even worse names. Um, Let me think of a deathcore band that has a really ridiculous name.
What about um, is it Boy Eats Car?
Boy Eats Girl.
Boy Eats Girl. Yeah. I mean that
Alien.
could be taken any way, but um, uh, there was a
Alien.
oh,
Alien ate my set list.
I was gonna say Alien Ant Farm.
Yep. Alien
You
Ant
know,
Farm. Aliens ate my set list.
here's one from you. I know you've never heard it, but it's a real band. Moving Sidewalks. That was Billy Gibson's band before he went to ZZ Top.
Okay.
But don't forget, it's the '60s and he was on acid at the time. So, like Petrified Forest and Electric Prunes, those are all '60s bands. Golden Earring, they did Radar Love.
Right. Like,
So,
you have uh what was the name of the Jimi Hendrix's band at one time?
it
I
was
think
just
the name,
Jimi Hendrix, the Jimi Hendrix Experiment,
no, well,
Experience.
there's actually two. Like he mentions it during a live recording. Um, and then he mentions two band names, but he was also really high. So, he was always high during performances. But I think he said the original name of the band was Trippin' Rainbows, and
Probably.
then he changed the name of the band to um oh, what was it? Jimi Hendrix and um I don't remember. Well, when we do the band name and album name um episode, I'll think of it. Oh, Band of Gypsies.
Band of Gypsies.
Band of Gypsies. That's what it was. That's what he supposedly changed it to, but I don't know. It's something. He was always high, like I said. So I think I should just start a band, come up with the most fucked up name I can think of, and become rich.
There you go. Well,
We have
it's funny. I when I listen to the radio, a promotion from iHeartRadio comes on, and then they're like, join us for the iHeart Awards or whatever special they're doing, and it says we're gonna have live performances, and they'll list all these names like Little Baby. Who the hell is Little Baby?
I have no idea who
Oh,
that is.
yeah, and what was there was another one that had like this really weird name. Like he listed like 10 band names, and I only knew two: Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift, and that's it. Everybody else on that list, no fucking clue who they were. Not that I would listen to them anyway, because I don't listen
Yeah,
to that type of music. But it's just, oh man, I wish I could remember that. It was such a obscure name. But Little Baby was the one that really popped out. I'm like, who the Little Baby? Really?
Little Baby. And why does everybody have to have? And
Little
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna start like rattling off some names. I don't understand why Little has to be in everybody's name. You got Little Wayne, you got Little Turk, um you got Little Baby, you got um uh
well,
all these
I'm
people. And
I'm
there's
gonna say
more.
one name, and this girl was freaking hot. I don't know what she looks like today, but back when we were kids, She was freaking gorgeous. Little Kim.
Little Kim, yeah, she
I don't know what she looks like today, but oof, that
anymore.
girl. Huh?
Yeah, hey, dude. Back in the day, it was her and Foxy Brown, the two of
Oh,
them.
Foxy Brown, Eve. Oh
Eve,
yeah.
yeah. Eve still looks good. I did see a
I haven't
recent
seen what she.
her when DMX died. I saw a picture of her. Recent one, and she still looks good. You know who else still really looks good at 40 years old? Ashanti. Remember her? She was always with Ja Rule.
I know who he is. I don't remember Shani or
But yeah, Ashanti still Ashanti at 40 years old still looks really good. Like her or not, J Lo at almost 50 still looks really good.
Well, yeah, yeah, um, yeah. I see side by side photos of her, like her younger self, and her and Jennifer Aniston still look pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I wish I looked like that when I was 40. Oh shit, I look better. My bad. Um, so we um
Oh, I don't like the smell in here. Whew.
I think yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
So we'll do that. I mean, just so much bullshit going on Marilyn Manson just came out of hiding. Of all things, he decided to jump on stage in with Kanye West for Kanye West's record release party.
I didn't know they were friends.
I didn't know they were friends either. This guy's friends with I don't know if they're frenemies or friends or whatever the hell, but um I don't know, bro. But he hasn't been seen since all the allegations came out, and
Is that like moving forward? How's that going?
it's supposed to be moving forward. I know I haven't really heard much. It's been kind of quiet.
Yeah, I
I,
know court is slow anyway, but
yeah, I know he was indicted in New Hampshire because he turned himself in to New Hampshire police, but for the assault, it was it was ridiculous. Whether you people, so now I'm gonna speak on it. What people? So whether you agree with it or not, you cannot spit on somebody. Spitting on somebody is assault. You guys don't
yeah,
think it is. You don't think it is because people think, oh, I'll just spit on you. No, spitting on somebody is assault. You can't do that. They're
I
like,
agree
oh,
with
it's
that.
not assault. It is assault. All right, whether you like it or not, it's assault. Anyways, he, in Manson's defense, I don't think he should have been charged in this case. It's
Oh,
disgusting.
what the guy spit on Manson?
No, what happened was I don't think he should have been charged in this case. It wasn't intentional. It gross and should not have happened. Yes, but Manson spit on a camera that was filming him at a concert, and the it was the camera crew, so they were supposed to be there, you know, and just like Kurt Cobain's done in the old videos you've seen, he
Yep, I
spits.
heard that. Yep.
Manson did the same thing, but apparently some of the spit ended up getting on the camera person, and um, the camera person sued him for assault. So in his defense, he wasn't intentionally trying to spit on the person, but at the same time, he did. They charged him. They let him go, but it's still gross. He probably shouldn't have done it, but he didn't intentionally spit on you. He didn't intentionally spit in your face, but
See, I'm thinking it's just some guy walking by, and then somebody spits on one or the other, and the other, fists start flying.
it wasn't a situation like that. Like I saw this video of it. Should he have done it? No. Just like Kurt back in the day at the Reading Festival, 90. So many people have seen the video. He goes over to the camera on the side of the stage. He spits in the
Yeah,
on the.
but in Kurt's defense, that was the early '90s, and people weren't as sue happy as they are today.
That's true.
I was going to
He
say meaner things, but I'll keep it. So everybody's just trying to get a quick buck and suing.
I think I know what you were gonna say. You were gonna say woke, weren't you?
Huh?
You were gonna say woke, weren't you?
No. I was going to say that today we're a bunch of pussies today versus what we were 30 years ago.
Hey
But
man, this ain't a PG
yeah,
13 show.
yeah.
So I agree. I mean, I love Manson's music, and I even gave the last album he put out, this past album. I even raved about his past album having it be the best thing he did in probably a decade, and then all this stuff came out about him. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think he should have been sued in that instance. I think if he intentionally spit on the person, then yeah, sue him. But he got the majority of it went on the camera lens, and splash from it probably went on the person. So, but what can you do? Anything you want to talk about real quick before we get going? Anything you want to bring up? Anything you want to say? Anyone you want to yell?
Well, is anybody I want to yell at? I'll be here all day. No, nothing. No, the only thing I really want to do is, and I don't want to like lead this to be on a political side or anything like this. I just want to say just as is. I just want to give my condolences and my deepest sympathies for all the people that died yesterday in Afghanistan. The 12 servicemen the U.S. servicemen that gave their lives there protecting all the citizens and the other citizens. I think there was like 96 of them died needlessly. And I'm not going to point fingers at right now. I mean, that's just something for some other time. But I just want to give my sympathies to that. I mean, that was just terrible.
And you know what? I'm gonna jump in there too. I agree. I think maybe at another time, maybe at a different time, a different show, because this show is about entertainment. Maybe there'll be a second show in the future where we talk about anything,
Yep.
literally anything, any topic, anything at all. It could even be a debate show. We could debate anything. We can debate um, history. I'll tell you it didn't happen. You'll tell me it did. But um, anything, just any reason to debate, to any reason to debate you, basically.
Well,
But
you are the master debater.
you about to get kicked off. But, but you about to get kicked off. But on a serious note, I agree. I thank you also for that. I think it was good for to reach out. I currently know some people currently
Yeah, so do
in
I.
the military. I work with some people currently in the military. It's very difficult. People are very torn on the issue, and I agree with Jay. Instead of everybody pointing fingers, people need to just focus on the fact that we lost some good people, and we need to um, appreciate our military for what it is instead of just pointing fingers at everybody else, because the people that did die in that awful attack would not want us sitting here just hating each other, saying it's your fault, no, they're not gonna want that. They're gonna want to sit here and honor them properly. So Jay, thank you for that. That was good to bring up, since it's all still fresh in the news. And everybody else too. Like Jay said, honor honor the military. They have a difficult job. Don't hate on them, and we'll have another show coming up soon. I think what we're gonna do is, I think we're just gonna continue to do it this way, where we just talk about whatever comes up instead of having an outline like before. I kind of like it.
Yeah, there you go.
Check out that Spider-Man trailer, Jay.
Oh yeah, I will definitely. Yeah.
Go check it out. I'll send it to you. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. We got Jay. I'm changing your name to Loudmouth Jay for the next episode. I'm gonna change it.
Worse.
Huh?
I've been called worse.
I'm gonna put it right on your screen like Two Bear Tom. It's gonna say Loudmouth Jay. So Jay, thanks again for coming in. Jay, Jay is not actually a guest to the show at this point. Jay is more of a co-host now. I think he's more of he has some insight behind the scenes that people don't see.
Well, I want to thank you though for always having me on this show, and yeah, I just appreciate you bringing me on board. I mean, this is a blast for me, and
yeah,
so always
absolutely.
have fun.
Absolutely, we appreciate your insight and your ideas for programs. I mean, Jay, people don't see it. I see it because I talk to you and I run the show, but it's Jay throws ideas out there. He's got an idea for show that we're gonna work on. It's not necessarily gonna fit into the entertainment fusion format, but we might have a second show coming, possibly. That would be more of a group effort, and it would not just be strictly about entertainment. It would literally be about anything. It could just be me and Jay sitting here drinking beer, just bullshitting, and whatever comes out comes out. Though, to repeat myself, pretty much anything that it's gonna come out of his mouth is gonna be bullshit anyway. But that's
Wow.
that's for your comment earlier with the master thing. That's what that's for.
All right. I see how it is.
But this is why we bring bring him on the show every time, because it's always a good time when he hangs up. So anyway,
did not come here to be made sport of.
So no, he's a good sport. Listen, don't think I don't get it back. Just because he's getting it on camera doesn't mean I don't get it. All right, I just want to make that clear. So he can make it out like I'm attacking him, but it comes back. It comes back to me too. So
True.
So yeah, look forward to that. Possibly a group show. Not really group, but there's two of us, so we'll say a dual show where both of us are just as pivotal to what goes on, and both of us are contributing just as much. We're contributing just as much as the other person. I'm gonna pretend I didn't get a message on my phone from a specific guest, but that doesn't mean Jay doesn't contribute to the show, because he has started to contribute. He'll send me messages. He'll give me ideas. He'll listen to stuff. So he'll throw stuff out there. One thing I want you to do, Jay, I want you to come up with something. It could be a song that you love. It could be a band that you love. It could be, you don't have to go search something out, but you could have like a song that you want my opinion on or whatnot. I had you listen to something. You could come up with something and be like, you know what, I want you to listen to this, and then feel free to do that as well. So anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. We're keeping the shows. I really wanted to keep everything to an hour. We didn't get to everything. We'll hit it on the next episode. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Jay, thanks again taking our abuse and coming by, and we'll see all you guys soon. Take it easy.